And I am live. Let us see. Comments. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to my profile and also welcome to everyone on YouTube. It's just a wee quick poppy in. Let's see if I can hear movement in. There's our Rosie. I'm going to beat the bake off her there. Put your head away. Put my head away all day. Hope you're all alright. Let's see if anybody comes in. So I'm going to do, I'm going to grab my phone. So excuse me for a moment. I grab my phone so I can see if there's anybody kicking in. Somebody looking in there? Don't forget to say hello. Our Phyllis Morris is in. Nice to see you, Phyllis. Nice to see our Phyllis. She's over on YouTube, is she? She is. Is she? Because she is our Phyllis there. Say, am I live on Facebook? It should be. Yeah, I'm going to check here. Now she sat there all afternoon, and as soon as I went live, she's going to tell me she needs to go to the loo. What do you say? What do I say? Yes, I'm showing up live. So I am. And there I am. No lovely. It's interesting seeing your own face, isn't it? Hello, folks. People. No, that's actually the wrong one. Sure, to press the wrong thing. That's better. That's better now. Yes, there I am. Somebody chicken in there. I can see someone having a look in on Facebook. Our Phyllis Morris is over on YouTube. Hello, Phyllis. How are you, love? You doing all right? Doing fine. There is someone peeking in on Facebook. I know who it is, but I will not name the name unless they want to say hello. Yep. So very often I come onto my profile live, so I'm just peeping in. There's a couple of people peeking in on Facebook, and my dogs are standing staring at me now, wanting out the back, and I'm going to knock them out. Got their all flat in here, dear. Tim for Life is in over on YouTube. Michelle McGrogan is in over on Facebook. And Phyllis Morris is in over on YouTube. Just flying in there. Just get more in this time than I normally get at night. I hope everybody's well. It's just a quick pop in because I'm actually meeting someone in an hour for one of Auntie Gillian's podcasts. It's a creator on TikTok because our Auntie Gillian, as you know, is doing a Pop It In podcast on YouTube, on her YouTube channel at Auntie Gillian. She's been meeting a lot of creators and stuff, so she has given them a chance to learn more about them, learn behind the scenes and whatever. But I'm not here to talk about that today. So if you are watching this on Facebook, please can you share? Please can you share this video because you can do that because my profile is public. Thank you so much. We'll just grab something here. You know me, freaking organized chaos. How are you, Tim? You alright? Let's say Sarah Simpson is in. Hello, Sarah. Nice to see you. Haven't seen you for a while. Hope you're okay. Hope you and Joel's doing alright. I have missed you. But obviously, I know everybody's got a life and whatever, and you just can't come into the group all the time. By the way, folks, anybody on my profile who are interested in joining my wee community group, it's called the Chatterhouse. All you have to do is look it up, press request to join, and we will accept you in because we're looking new members in. You're very welcome. I would go live once or twice a week. We talk about all different topics of the day. It could be from anything, from holidays, coach trips, to this serious thing that we are doing this appeal for at the moment. Phyllis is away for a smoke. Lovely, Phyllis. Am I boring you? Thanks, Phyllis. That gives me great confidence there. We're doing good, thank you, Sarah says. That's good. I'm glad, Sarah. Just wondering if you were okay. I'm sitting fixing myself here. How you are, Tim? If he's still there, he pops in and out. Story of my life. Okay, folks. So if you can share on Facebook, share this live, please, because I'm trying to get as many as I can in here. How you feeling now? Um, Tim says, Tim, would I tell you something? I'm going to be quite honest with you. I woke up yesterday morning, and she's know I've been having this sickness thing for quite a while now, and just every day I get up, it's just an absolute effort. And yesterday it was worse than usual. And there's one thing I couldn't have done last night was to sit and eat mince pies. No, so we actually postponed it, but I actually did. Auntie Onion actually went on live. You were in last night, weren't you? For a couple of hours. She actually ended up live for 2 hours in TikTok last night, and I only did it because you know me, I don't like letting anybody down, so I don't. Um, Folks, you're going to have to just excuse me for 1 minute. Hold on for a minute. Hold on for 1 minute. This is what happens when you have doggies and they sit in the house all day, and then when you decide to do this, they decide to want out. They're doing all right, Sarah. How are you and Rosie and Sadie? They're doing all right. That's our Sadie looking out the back, and it's better getting her out and having a miscongelification, Absolute nine. I always say she'll be barking to get back in again. Don't forget, folks, if you're coming in, please say hello. There's Scoot lot coming in here. I want you to share this to everybody because I am here on an important announcement. Well, an important reason. So I'm just waiting a few more pop in. Okay, how you managed that 2 hours last night was beyond me. You done good. Tim, I don't know how I done it, and I'll be quite honest with you. I actually thought I was getting the cold last night as well because I was coughing and spluttering and everything last night, but I don't know what happened. I woke up this morning. Yes, I woke up this morning. And it said it's still there. The sickness and all is still there, but I'm a wee bit sort of brighter today than it was yesterday. I actually thought I was taking a migraine there up until about a half an hour ago. So I've taken a migraine tablet and I hope it kick in because, as I say, I'm meeting somebody at 6 o'clock online regarding Auntie Lillian's Pop It In podcast. So there you go. Sarah says, Joel says hello to you. Our Joel, I miss our Joel. I miss you coming in, Sarah. If you ever are about, please try to come in, even just for 10 minutes. Be lovely to see you back, so it is, because we have missed you. Okay, folks. So, if anybody's not aware, at the moment we are doing this appeal for the Sands Charity. Michael's there on YouTube. Hi, Michael. Nice to see you. Our Michael's in. Got a good crowd coming in. We're doing this appeal, folks. Anybody who doesn't know, for the Sands Charity. The Sands Charity is a charity is in place for it's for basically bereavement. So babies are born into this world, and unfortunately, they told you our city's going to bark. Hang on a minute, Sadie. I knock you out there. Come on, hell, come on, get in. Come on. Desperate and stuck. Gotta put your head away there. Yes. So as I say, hi Michael. So anyway, Sans Charity is a charity. It's there for baby bereavement. Some babies are born into this world, unfortunately, folks, who they don't survive. Some babies don't even make it into this world. And unfortunately, they're born. They don't live. It's a horrible, horrible subject to talk about, but it happens. The coordinator of the Sans Charity told me this is the problem that they have because it's such a sensitive issue. People don't like talking about it, but it happens. It happens, and the Sans Charity is there to supply people with. They give people guidance. They give people counselling. They're there for the parents, not just the mothers, but also the fathers as well. Because often in these situations, the fathers do get forgotten about, and it's an awful situation to be in. I've never had children myself. I don't know what I do, but I can imagine what it would be like if you went through this. It must be absolutely horrific, So the Sans Charity are there. We've already raised £700 to Sans Charity, which is going to them either next week or the week after, and that will be given to them. But we're also doing this Lights of Love toy box appeal, folks. And what actually happens is each toy that is donated represents a child who sadly hasn't made it into this world, or a child who has and has passed away. As you can see, it's called The Lights of Love. It's called The Lights of Love Toy Box Appeal. It started last Saturday, which is the first of was the 1st of November even. It's running for a few weeks. There's a few ways that you can donate. Just the numbers are flying in here right now. There is a few ways you can donate. Now, the toys themselves, we can't dictate to you what you donate, because I'm not ignorant like that. There's some of these charities go out and stuff and say, oh, you can't give us this and you can't give us that. The only thing we ask is, folks, that you, if it's a soft toy, it must be British Standard Safe, which has the wee label on the ear or on the toy. That's the only thing that we ask. You can donate whatever you wish. All we ask that it's new condition, obviously. In the Lisburn area itself, there are places where these donations can be dropped off. They can be dropped off at Eurospar in Wallace Village, which is up here, Balmacash direction. You also can drop a donation off at Euro Oil in Warren Gardens in Lisburn as well. It used to be Rutledge's. It's actually Rutledge's daughter still runs. She's nothing nice girl. Then you can move into the centre of Lisburn. We've also got Woodsides and Market Square. You can drop your donations off in there, and you can also drop donations off in David Honeyford's MLA office right in Market Lane there, facing the front of the mall. But there's also another couple of places you can drop off. Our Michelle McGrogan there. Our Michelle McGrogan's a very good friend of mine, is also an admin of the Chatterhouse as well. Michelle lives in the Hill Hall direction, so if you live over the County Down direction or anywhere near that, you can contact her, message her, and she is willing to take donations to her home. There's another girl called Tracy A. Melville, who lives in Newtonards. And our Tracy has volunteered to take donations over at her house as well, and you could message her. Now, if you can't do that, if you physically cannot give anything like a physical item, there is another way. And what you can do is, where is it? There's an email address there. It's the chatterhouse55@gmail.com. And what you can actually do is you could send us an Amazon voucher or maybe a gift voucher for toys or something like that to the value of what you can afford. Please bear in mind, this is what you can afford. And we will purchase a toy on your behalf for you. Simple as that. So you've got all those places to drop off in Lisburn. So you've got Eurospar up at Wallace Village, Euro Oil, Warren Gardens. You've also got Woodsides Market Square in Lisburn. You've also got the David Honeyford's MLA office facing the front of the mall. And also you've got Michelle McGrogan there over in the County Down Hill Hall direction. And you've also got Tracy A. Melville, Melville, over Newtonards, who is willing to take donations as well. Once again, if you can't do this, make a physical donation, you can send a gift voucher by email to the chatterhouse55@gmail.com. We don't really want to take in money, folks. We really don't want to, but as a final resource, you can do this. And you just contact me generally, and I can actually take a card payment, or you can pay by PayPal. Tim for Life. I just got a notification there from Tim. There's a new video up. You putting videos up while I'm on. So bear in mind, folks, this is running for a few weeks. It's very, very important, as I say. So what's going to happen to these toys, I hear you ask? So basically what's going to happen is these are going to be handed over to the Sands Charity, and the Sands Charity are going to distribute these toys to underprivileged families. These families are people who generally can't afford to buy anything for their children at Christmas, and maybe people who have been affected by this horrible, horrible thing that can't happen. There's nothing worse than a child sitting there and they can't get a present for Christmas. And also, as well, folks, we're asking for something else. If you would have a spare box of jellies, sweets, or anything like that, there, you know, like those wee tubs that you get of sweets, what we're actually planning to do, we have got Santa Claus and we also have the Grinch. I'm laughing because I know who they are lined up, and we are going to descend on certain areas, and we are going to randomly give out little bags of sweets and stuff for Christmas to the kids as well. And if my mother was here and my mother was in the right frame of mind and she heard me saying kids, she would kill me because she hated anybody calling children kids. David Thompson's just popped in. Nice to see you, David. Where's he? He's on Facebook. So that's how you can help. We are desperate for your help. As you know, the Chatterhouse has done many an appeal before. Last year, very quickly, we supplied 30 schools with stationery, 30 primary schools. Some children last year, this year even, didn't have the basic stationery needs going into school. Last Christmas, we supplied 30 care homes with toiletries and things like that there, because even though some of these care homes you pay £1,100 a week, they can't give somebody a deodorant. Also, last March, we raised over £1,000 for Dementia NI as well, which is very close to my heart because if anybody knows, my father had dementia and unfortunately my mum has a brain injury. Unfortunately, my daddy passed away there in June, so it was very close to my heart. So if anybody can help us, folks, it would greatly appreciate it. You know what to do now. You've got all the drop-off places. Where do you give the sweets? I have a few from Halloween. Michael, you could even arrange to meet me if you wanted. Or we can collect them. We can get somebody to collect them because you live in the Lisburn area anyway, don't you? We can arrange to collect them off you if it's too much. We don't want to inconvenience you because Michael's just she'd actually bring these up. Michael's just says, where do you give the sweets out if you get free from Halloween? If it's not too much of an inconvenience, you can arrange to meet me or I can come. We can arrange for someone to pick them up. Greatly appreciate it. Anything, as Tesco says, every little helps. I feel as if I'm on here begging, folks, but how would you like a child of yours or someone belonging to your family not have anything for Christmas, not being given a thing? Because it happens. People think in this day and age that it doesn't happen, but it does. You know, and I'm not going into politics about why people can't afford this or whatever, but basically there's some children don't get. And as I say, most of these toys and stuff will be going to children whose families have been affected by what the Sans charity do. So if you can help in any way that I've said, it would be greatly appreciated. And if you can't remember anything, do not hesitate to contact me. Just private message me. Or as I say, you know all the options is there. Well, look, folks, thanks very much for joining me this afternoon. I'm only in for a few moments. Just to remind everybody the importance of what we're doing. You know, as I say, Sans charity often gets forgot about. How can you forget something as painful and as hurtful as that? And Ricky turned around and said there, you shouldn't think you're on begging. It's for a great cause, mate. Thank you very much, Ricky. So as I say, we've got £700 in cash. That's going directly to the Sans charity. We've raised that already, and that was through the raffle that we done. Now we're looking toys. It could be a game of Ludo. It could be trump cards. I don't even still do them, right? I don't mean Donald Trump. No, we're not going. Nothing orange here, there. No. You know, anything you can think of. You know, a board game, something simple, and again, something you can afford. Not that you feel you need to give. It has to be something that you can afford. Thanks very much for listening, folks, and I'll talk to you all very soon. Anybody who's watching this on playback afterwards, if you have any more questions, again, do not hesitate to contact me. See you later. Bye.